Welcome Capricorn, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your January new moon in Aquarius reading. This is being done on the new moon under the new moon energy of Aquarius, but this reading is timeless and hopefully will serve you whenever you find it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a regular, I'm so glad to have you here. Let's get started with your overall energy, Capricorn, for this time. We have the Six of Wands. How lovely. The Six of Wands is a card that acknowledges some reward that you're receiving, recognition for efforts that you have been making along the stages of your growth and development. You have not reached the end of your quest. And this card acknowledges that it has been a struggle. It has been fraught. It has been tense. You have had to negotiate along the way, and you have suffered some damage. However, as you are mounting this stage of your process of accomplishment, you are being seen for that. And this is critical to you, because this signals that your value, not in a way that relies on the recognition of others, but relies on, in fact, your willingness to demand and expect equal treatment, fair treatment from others. For you, this is big. You are not at this point placing yourself in the stereotypical position of authority. You are not on your ladder of the hierarchy commanding some section or subsection of an organization. Instead, you are with and among your peers, recognizing that no matter what your station, you are due and deserving of respect and acknowledgement. The 10th house is the Six of Cups, another six, which always bodes balance. The Six of Cups is indicating, again, that you have an opportunity to recognize a give and take in a past relationship, a positive memory, a joyful memory, a time when you didn't have to think about equality, fairness, or balance, but when it arose naturally from your relationship, your environment, where you not only could play fairly, but you could find the joy in your activity, in your creativity, in being together, enjoying the environment without planning or retrospective. These two sixes are indicating this beautiful balance that you are seeking in all aspects of your experience, particularly in your emotional experience. It is rarely acknowledged how emotional and sensitive Capricorns are. And your ability to recognize this is really helping you to fill out that sense of connection with yourself as a whole person rather than as the caretaker. In the first house, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is indicating that experience of the world turning quickly in a way that equalizes everyone. Those that have been low become high, those have been high become low, as a factor of change. As time progresses, everything changes, nothing stays the same. Whatever you've been experiencing, and for most of us, I'm imagining that has been a tremendous amount of struggle and recalibration throughout this global pandemic. You are experiencing a sense of new opportunity, new address from your environment, seeing your ideas favored, seeing people interested in pursuing things that you have accomplished in a way that may have been ignored or passed over in the past. So this represents more than anything for me global opportunities, a chance to not only participate in the world, but move the world through the movement of your own personal changes. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your security, your history, we have the Eight of Wands, and this indicates movement, communication, collective effort, moving in a way that accomplishes so much more than has been possible in the past. And this is definitely in concert with the cards that I'm seeing. Your ability to see yourself as whole is placing you in a kind of equality with all of those around you, and together you are able to accomplish things that you may not have imagined possible with greater impact and force through the changes that you are accommodating, you are making in your own life. The seventh house is the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is beautiful opportunity for you to release the grieving of a former cycle of relationships. This cycle of relationships may indeed have lasted for most of your life, most of your experience may have been a series of what you consider failures, unsuccessful relationships. And I'm not just talking about loved ones, I'm talking about perhaps friendships, siblings, family members that have carried a sense of grieving and loss for you, apart from the actual physical loss that you may be experiencing as well. But this is your chance to turn that experience of letting yourself feel those emotions of loss and grieving, even regret, and recognizing out of that the strength of your connection with your higher self and the reflection that you are now coming to see in the opportunities that relationships and partnerships afford you to move forward in a way that is successful. I'm going to clarify the Wheel of Fortune in the first house with the Wheel of Fortune in the second house, and the High Priestess in the third house. And because the second house is really being lit up, the house of your possessions, your values, your balance, your aesthetics, the things that you collect and create that give you emotional and material security is what is highlighted in this full moon time. So this is really showing you that all that you have earned, all that you have learned is meeting with a kind of favor and interest from the world, pursuits, opportunities, offers being made to you for who you are and the path you've walked. There's also a deep recognition, not only within you, but within others, that you are in fact a seasoned, a wise soul. You have surveyed many experiences, no matter what your age. This is old soul energy. This is you understanding that things that you have never allowed beyond your own sacred space within are being seen by others. People are attracted to what you know, even if that's something you don't explicitly share, but rather that you experience through your life, through your behaviors. You are reflecting this wisdom, this knowledge of who you are, and the importance of moving from your core of purpose in order to be of service. Understanding that your life is a life of service. In the fourth house, the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Tower in the fifth house. and the Empress in the 6th house. Well, the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune together always signifies some kind of volatility in the world, that we're being asked with the High Priestess and the Empress to lasso. And I'm seeing that in the 8 of Wands very much, that we are given the opportunity to make sense for ourselves and for others through the global pandemic, disruptive, unexpected changes that we are all experiencing in our lives. That the gifts that we are now being asked to bring forward is really the making of us, is really the destiny that we have been here, that we have been waiting for many of us. The opportunities to make that, to understand what those ideas and lessons, what that information, the value of it, and how to utilize it, how to create from it, how these disruptive events themselves are resources for the generation of abundance, new ideas, and creativity. We are going to work. The 7th house, 5 of Pentacles, is being clarified by the Sun card in the 8th house and the Devil in the 9th house. Well, indeed, the amount of Higher Arcana cards are clearly talking about lifetime incarnation changes. These are destined steps. These are destined opportunities, ones that you have worked all of your life towards. The Devil and the Sun together is indicating two very different approaches to your life. Internally, in terms of your relationships, your intimate sharing of resources, you have learned that you extract so much joy, so much love, so much validation of who you are. Your gifts, your lessons have been consistent throughout your life, whether you've been able to see them or not. Furthermore, in all relationships, you understand that the pursuit of joy is central for you, the pursuit of happiness, and happiness in the sense of wholeness, not in the sense of frivolous pleasure or joy, but in the sense of wholeness, understanding that who you were born, as you were born, the gifts and talents you were born with, the skills you've developed, are a direct result of your ability to give and enlighten, uplift others. Your joy in who you are is what raises others and reminds them of the purpose of your efforts. And that purpose is service. In any way that you help and support others is a service. In the 9th house, the Devil card is reminding you again that you have had to shake off a whole conditioning that revolves around a false hierarchy, false choices, in which your assignment appeared to have been given to you at birth, a conditioning that limited you to the definition of and by others. How your mother saw you, how your father saw you, how your teachers saw you, even how your friends saw you, is not the choice that you are making any longer. You are understanding that you choose your own path. You choose your own alignment, your own joys, and your own responsibilities. And those belong first and primarily to you, so that the efforts you make are reflected in the gifts and rewards that you receive. The 6 of Cups in the 10th house is clarified by the Judgment card in the 11th house and the 8 of Pentacles in the 9th house. Indeed, you are having an opportunity to redo, remake something that was promised to you in the past, something you promised yourself that never fulfilled its potential. An opportunity that you once saw as sure, as for you, as destined, but that was never completed, never able to be developed. You now have an opportunity to renew that, refresh that, rejuvenate that opportunity. Basically, because you now understand your purpose, you understand your service, you understand your gifts, you know how and why this opportunity, these chances now are for you, and how to do them so that they are successful. And you have learned to do that through developing yourself, taking your skills and talents, taking those rough elements of your own character and polishing them, improving them, perfecting them, and devoting yourself with love, lovingly, to that discipline and hard work that becomes, in and of itself, you become your labor of love. I'm going to complete this reading with the Soul's Journey Oracle card. And I've pulled loneliness. I know that I am never alone. I'm going to leave this here, Capricorn, understanding that the messages that this reading has contained are making sense to this focus on your own space. I hope you've gotten something from this. I hope this has been helpful. And until next time, I look so forward to seeing you. Namaste.